Every night, while you're asleep, a miraculous power is at work in the land. A power that is used for everything from printing your morning paper to baking your daily breads. A power so versatile that it can milk cows, light our cities, even sort the morning mail, and long before you wake, your electricity board is working for you, drawing on its massive resources to serve you throughout the day, providing you with news, entertainment, light, heat, and countless labor-saving devices. You rightly expect to flick a switch and have power at your command. But how does a modern electricity utility, such as the South of Scotland Electricity Board, organise itself to meet demand for electricity? This video goes behind the scenes at SSEB, which supplies power to over 1.5 million customers, more than 4 million people in an 8,000 square mile area of central and southern Scotland. This is the starting point, the power station. Unlike the area electricity boards in England and Wales, SSEB are a multi-purpose board who generate electricity at power stations, transmit it at very high voltages to supply points, use lower voltages to feed power through cities, towns and rural areas via the distribution network, until finally it's put to work in our modern busy lives. Longannet in Fife is Scotland's biggest power plant. It's coal-fired and everything about it really is big. This conveyor system can carry up to 3,500 tons of coal in an hour. In the million-ton capacity coal store, massive 30-ton scrapers are used to shift the stock. Each hour, 72 million gallons of cooling water for the turbine condensers can be drawn from the Forth estuary. The 300-metre-long turbine hall houses 4 600-megawatt generating units. Each of these units can supply enough electricity to light 10 million light bulbs, and Longannet produces enough electricity to supply Edinburgh and its surrounding area twice over. That's just one way of making electricity. Inverkip, on the Clyde near Greenock, works on the same principle as Longannet, but it burns oil, not coal. And the board gain a small but valuable contribution from Scotland's wet weather by harnessing water power in the Lanarkshire and Galloway hydroelectric schemes. Gas turbine and coal slurry plant are also available. Nuclear power is making an increasingly important contribution to SSEB's generating capacity, and now supplies up to 50% of our electricity. There are 2 stations at Hunterston. The smaller A station, which has been operating very successfully since 1964, and the much larger B station, operational since 1976. These are baseload stations which are run almost continuously so as to gain the maximum benefit from their low fuel costs. The most recent figures available clearly illustrate the benefits of nuclear power, and these do take account of capital costs, interest charges, reprocessing and storage costs of spent nuclear fuel, and eventual reactor decommissioning costs. Here at Torness, 2 more advanced gas-cooled reactors, very similar to those at Hunterston B, are on the point of producing electricity. Torness is British-built, to a British design which incorporates stringent safety features with rigorous attention to detail. This is essential to meet the strict requirements of the Nuclear Installations Inspectorate, who independently grant the nuclear site licence, without which no nuclear power station can operate in Britain. There are duplicated and in many cases triplicated safety devices which give in-depth protection and ensure automatically that the reactor can be shut down safely. With all these means of making electricity, SSEB are well equipped to respond quickly to a sudden increase in demand. And it's here at the Grid Control Centre that the output of the various power stations is controlled and the board's high voltage transmission system is monitored. Switching operations take place as decisions are taken on the most economical way of running power plant and transmitting electricity. The transmission system straddles the country, operating at voltages of up to 400,000 volts. Such high voltages are used because more power can be carried and power losses are kept to a minimum. One 400,000 volt line is equivalent to 3 lines of 275,000 volts, or 18 lines of 132,000 volts. The system has over 3,500 kilometers of lines and cables which link the power stations to grid supply points situated near large centers of population. From here, the power is further reduced in voltage to 33,000 volts and below. And these lower voltages are carried by the distribution system, the final link in getting power to customers. It's a vast network with 77,000 kilometers of lines and cables and over 36,000 substations and transformers. Distribution work involves the day-to-day business of maintaining the system and restoring faults in accordance with SSEB's statutory duty to provide a secure, economical and safe electricity supply. For linesmen and engineers, that sometimes means long hours on the distribution and transmission systems in very difficult conditions. There are 3 distribution areas with control centres and administration offices in Glasgow, Edinburgh and Hamilton. In these distribution control centres, you'll find the detailed arrangements for supplying the houses and shops of each city, town and rural area of southern Scotland. Engineers in these centres constantly monitor the supply situation and carry out the switching operations which are necessary when faults occur. An emergency reporting service operates from the centres out with normal hours. For many people, their regular contact with SSEB is by means of the Electricity Board shop, where bills can be paid, inquiries answered and appliances purchased. There are 73 shops and free advice is available on a wide range of modern appliances and other electrical matters, including insulation and the wise use of electricity. Customers are very much the business of SSEB, and first-class service in shops and offices is a priority. Administratively, the board's 3 areas are further split into service centres. These deal with the daily business such as commercial activities, customer service and accounting. Each has a skilled customer inquiry service to answer the public's calls, and new technology is increasingly being used to speed up the board's response to inquiries, with computer terminals being linked to a powerful mainframe machine at the board's Glasgow head office. Other specialist departments at the head office provide engineering, financial and administrative control. The board itself consists of 2 full-time members, the chairman and deputy chairman, plus 7 non-executive members. The board's 3 areas are at the forefront of the drive to promote new ideas and techniques. Literally hundreds of presentations are made each year to groups of industrialists, interested organisations and domestic customers, and talks are given to school children, tomorrow's customers. Free advice is given by the board's industrial advisory service. And on the domestic front, the popular white meter with its cheap overnight electricity, together with modern slimline storage radiators, have increasingly persuaded builders of the benefits of all-electric housing. The popularity of the board's Medallion Award scheme, which encourages builders to incorporate a high degree of thermal insulation in their all-electric homes, reflects this upsurge. With the completion of this attractive all-electric development in Glasgow, over 15,000 Medallion Award homes have now been built in southern Scotland. New technology is also on the march on methods of billing. A system of immediate billing has been in operation in recent years, involving the use of portable microprocessors, which can provide a bill on the doorstep. Another promising development is a card-operated device, which enables customers to pay for their electricity as they use it, a sort of power card, which helps family budgeting. Of course, various other budget schemes are also available for customers. SSEB were set up in 1955, and although we've come a long way since then, the basic objective remains the same: to provide a secure, safe, economical and reliable supply of electricity. All that you've seen in this presentation, whether it's the roar of turbo generators, or the quiet efficiency of control centres, the busy bustle of the board shop, or the steady click of computers, is geared towards service. we've been able to view only some of the many operations which join together to provide your electricity.